Hello everybody, this is quixQuery here, and we are back for another episode of Hermit Pack. We are here playing modded Minecraft 1.10, and I apparently just discovered that when we do emotes like waving and stuff, our armor does not follow it, and so that's pretty funny. And so this Snuggy Hazmat suit, as I'm just gonna call it, it's the Snuggy Hazmat suit, does not follow the waving of my arm, so that's kind of funny. But we are here in the single player world to celebrate the going out of 2016, and our channel has just gotten started, and so I want to end this year off with a bang. And so in order to do that, we are going to look at our achievements right here. And so if we scroll out and look at our IndustrialCraft 2 achievements, there's a special one right here called Crazy Ivan. And it's, the achievement is to die from a nuke you have placed. So you can kind of see where this is going. However, the nuke has a secret recipe that is not in JEI. And so if we look up nuke right now, we can see that if we click on it, it does not tell us the recipe. It's a secret recipe, and so we're just going to have to look it up online to see what on earth that recipe actually is. So, in order to make a nuke, this is actually one of a couple of different steps required to make a nuke, and so to set one off at least. And so we actually need to make the nuke itself, and then we need to fill it with industrial TNT and uranium-235 in order to set it off. And so 3 steps, and on top of all that, we need to actually get ready to blow it up and like put soulbound on stuff, things like that. You know, just the basic preparations for blowing yourself up. You know, just in case you die, where your items are, and all that other stuff, just to make sure that everything is in a good spot. But in order to make the nuke itself, we need 6 thick neutron reflectors, 2 advanced circuits, and a basic machine frame. And so the thick neutron reflectors are regular neutron reflectors and copper plates, and the regular neutron reflectors are just tin dust, coal powder, copper plates. A lot of crafting, but it should be pretty straightforward. However, the advanced circuits, if I can find one, the advanced circuits, however, require some insulated copper cable, you know, whole deal, and so there's just a lot of crafting that needs to be done. That's about it. Uh-oh, problems. Okay, so I did the recipe for the IndustrialCraft 2 neutron reflector, regular one like this, right? And it gave me Tech Reborn neutron reflectors. That is a big problem. Because I can't use those to make the thick neutron reflector from IndustrialCraft 2, which is what is required. So Tech Reborn is getting in the way again, being buggy and undeveloped, and I'm not sure why it's in the mod pack because it's not actually stable, and so we are, what are we going to do about this? Well, I've been thinking, and as much as I don't want to come to this conclusion, I think we're just going to have to spawn the correct mod neutron reflectors in, because they have the exact same recipe. Literally the exact same recipe. There's no other way to get them. That's it. Yeah, so we're just going to have to spawn those in, so last but not least, definitely not least, go back to survival. So now we have the correct type of neutron reflectors. So, we can commence. Now, okay. And now we have 6 of those, and so now we have all of the neutron reflectors that we need. So the next step of making the nuke is to make the advanced machine casing, which is required in the middle, and so that requires some steel, a basic machine casing, which is pretty simple, iron in a circle, but it also requires some advanced alloy and some carbon plates, which are both require the compressor in order to make. And so mixed metal ingot, which is that. So we just need to make a compressor, which is starts getting a little more into some of the other stuff that these mods have to offer. Compressor. Now, the question is, does this accept RF? I don't think it does, but we will just have to see right now. No, it does not. Okay, I figured so much, which means that we actually do have to use a wrench to pick that machine up. From IndustrialCraft 2, otherwise the machine will break. Part of the reason I don't like these mods as much as some of the other ones. And then we can put the compressor right there, our metal former back up there, and use our generator, which barely gives us any power whatsoever, off of coal to power our compressor. So it actually turns out that we have to use our metal former right here, set in rolling mode, to make the steel into plates, I believe. But yeah, other than that, everything is going great. We are... I think we have everything we need for our advanced machine casing? Maybe? Yes, we do. Awesome. So now we have our advanced machine casing, and we can put everything else in our system right there. And now the only other thing we need is 2 advanced circuits. Now everything has been gotten together. We used our tree tap to get some more rubber outside, and so on and so forth, and we are using our advanced machine casing in the middle, thick neutron reflectors on either side, and our advanced electronic circuits, which are textured like they're from Tech Reborn. Yeah, because Tech Reborn, once again, is annoying and has the same recipe as IndustrialCraft 2. Make up your mind, Tech Reborn. Decide whether you want to or don't want to be dependent on IndustrialCraft 2. Just like, you know, you say you don't want to, but then you follow all the same recipes, and I just don't know. But anyway, we now have our nuke. Woohoo! That is super cool. We're just gonna... Okay, very nice. We should just, yeah, we can just pick that up and put it wherever we want, but this is what the interface looks like. We need some industrial grade TNT. Industrial TNT? Industrial TNT from IndustrialCraft 2. Awesome. Very cool. And we also need some uranium-235, which could get a little more complicated. Let's see what it takes to make uranium-235. Okay. It takes pellets of MOX nuclear fuel in a compressor. We have a compressor. That's not a problem. Okay. So what does it take to make pellets of MOX nuclear fuel? Oh, so it turns out I'm going about it the wrong way. Instead of looking for uranium-235, we need to look for the tiny piles of uranium-235. And that involves a thermal centrifuge, which sounds a little complicated. But we are going to look it up and see how much it takes, because I am really determined to get all this, to blow myself up today. It's such a weird sentence. So it turns out we're on a wild goose chase, because in order to process the uranium, to get the stuff we need to even use in the industrial centrifuge, whatever thermal thingy, we need a macerator right here. Okay, macerator, all set up and ready. That's all good. Now, the other thing we need is the thermal centrifuge itself. So we have coils, pretty simple crafting. We've already done an advanced machine casing. Electric motor, also pretty simple as far as crafting goes. However, this mining laser right here, let's see. Okay, advanced circuit, advanced alloys. Okay, we've done those. What is this energy crystal? It requires a compressor. Energium dust. Okay. Yeah, that requires diamond dust, so we need to use some diamonds to do this. Very, very interesting. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4 diamonds to do all that, and that gives us 4 diamond dust, which we then put in those blank spots right there, which gives us 9 energium. Now, the energium we put in our compressor right here, which should compress it all into a energy crystal. Energy crystal. Okay, now we need our mining laser. Okay, and that requires not only the energy crystal, but also an advanced circuit, which is some extra stuff right there. So now we put that all in, our energy crystal as well. We now have a mining laser, which we can then use to make our thermal centrifuge. Haha. Okay, thermal centrifuge has been made. This requires power as well, so we will pick up our carpenter down there and put that below, and put our carpenter, let's just say over there for the moment. And now we need to put uranium ore in our macerator right here. Let's get some uranium. I think we have some of that. Aha, yes, we have plenty of it. Plenty. So let's put some of that in our macerator right here. Machine noises everywhere! Oh man, that was so loud. So what was happening is this generator wasn't able to provide enough power for the thermal centrifuge down here to fill it up to 48k electric units, while it was also powering the macerator, which was working. So we were constantly getting the on and off sounds of our macerator right over here. I tried using the sound muffler and it didn't work. It's not working! But yeah, we now have 64 crushed uranium ore, and we are supposed to put that in our thermal centrifuge, but I'm assuming that that actually takes quite a bit of power. So we're just going to stick 1 in there, see how it does, what happens to it. Do we need something else in there too? Uh-oh. This could get a little more complicated than I was anticipating. I read up on it. We're all good. We just need to wait for the thermal centrifuge to heat up first before, and how high it has to heat up depends on what material we are thermal centrifuging. And so, yeah, we are just going to have to wait for it to heat up, and that takes a little bit of EU. But then it will start processing, and I will get back to you once that starts so you can hear what marvelous noises come from this machine while it's doing its thing. Okay, so it doesn't make a lot of extra noises, but it does use up a lot of extra power while it's doing this stuff, and so we have put a coal block in there, and we want to hope that that stuff doesn't run out. Aha! Tiny pile of uranium-235. That is exactly what we are after. Ah! Oh boy! Oh, get that off of me. Okay. Oh. Radiation. Oh wow, that is a long time to have radiation. Do I have milk? Do I have a bucket is the question. Bucket. Awesome. Bucket, bucket, bucket. Don't die, please. No, don't die. No! Okay. Lesson learned. Do not hold that uranium, my goodness. So it turns out, in order for us to be able to handle the uranium, in its form right here, we need a hazmat suit from IndustrialCraft, and that requires some rubber and some orange dye. Not too difficult, but we just need to make sure we're accumulating some more rubber and keep that in mind when we are handling the uranium. Okay. Ready for the moment of truth? We have a hazmat suit on. That's what it looks like. Let's see. Okay, this one goes with me. This armor goes with me. Just apparently not that RF... sorry, what's it called? Mod. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Okay, it is still poisoning us. It is still poisoning us. Please, please. Okay. Milk. Okay. That did not do anything. Okay, eat! There we go. That's how we survive. We survive by eating. Okay. Now, the question is, how long... Okay, besides 2 minutes... Okay, I think we're just gonna die from radiation here. I can't eat anything else. Oh, where on earth did my hazmat suit go? Okay, so I died, but apparently my hazmat suit, like, completely was torn off? I don't know. I think I missed something. We should have had the scuba helmet. Okay, that's not too difficult. We do need some more rubber though, which means we might want to make an extractor, which means we need some more rubber, which, yeah. So I'm not sure what happened to the hazmat suit before, but we are now fully suited up. Oh yeah. And we are ready to take the uranium, out of there. Put it in our inventory. We should be just fine now that we have our full hazmat suit, including rubber boots, scuba helmet, hazmat suit, and leggings. And I used my Spectre key to get back because I went searching for some extra rubber trees to get some more rubber for the suit. But we are now going to go find somewhere that we can blow up. Okay, let's do this. We have an area right here. I have my hazmat suit on. Everything is going great. We have our uranium with us. Let's get the nuke out, our industrial TNT and our uranium. Put the nuke down in the middle of this field, which, by the way, is right there, which is south of our big island right there. Yeah, that's where we're at. And so now we just put the industrial TNT in here, and I don't know how this is going to work, so this could be it. So I'm going to F5 mode and throw that in there. And I think then we need a redstone signal, maybe? Maybe? Okay, here we are. We have our lever. And we have our thing right here. We're going to put it down, go into F5 mode, and this is going to be big. This is going to be really big. Let's do this. Woo! Maybe? How long does this take to go off? Oh, wow. I was nuked. I thought it did more damage than that. Let's go find out. Oh my goodness, all my armor is gone. That is insane. Wow. There goes that hazmat suit, my goodness. Okay, we're getting close to the death point again, and we are going to have to see how much damage this did, whether it was that pathetic explosion that we saw on our death screen, or whether it is the big explosion like I've been expecting from this thing. So let's check this out and see what is going on. Right over this hill, maybe? Okay, I honestly thought it would be bigger than this. Decent sized. Not really big though. Maybe I'm supposed to put more stuff in it because that is not as big of an explosion as I thought would come out of this. Oh well, that is it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye. Oh well, that is just about as disappointing as I will ever say. We didn't even get the achievement. Oh, come on.